He's got the maturity of an 11-year-old. You can tell that. He can't take criticism. One of his weaknesses is that he needs to be loved. He needs the masses to love him. You can tell he's on the stage. He needs that glory.
Hi everyone, JJ here. Welcome back. Well, the top MAGA people have been fighting amongst themselves before Trump has even taken office. Steve Bannon versus Elon Musk at the moment. This headline, Steve Bannon condemns Elon Musk as racist and truly evil. Now, if you know anything about Steve Bannon, that's kind of surprising coming from him if you know anything about his politics. Anyway, ex-Trump advisor denounces tech CEO's embrace of some forms of immigration and vows to take this guy down. So really fighting amongst themselves here. I guess it's popcorn time. If you're outside MAGA and you're looking at this, a lot of infighting going on, jockeying for position here. Maybe they're fighting to get the presidency. Elon Musk got it and Steve Bannon wants it at the moment. Perhaps it's more about that. I mean, really, one could say that they're both racist. And another headline this time from the New York Times, Elon Musk is an evil person, Steve Bannon says. The comments highlighted rifts within the US right wing and between two men who have been influential advisors to President-elect Donald J. Trump. And this one from none other than Breitbart, Steve Bannon, I will do anything to keep Elon Musk out of the White House. So Steve Bannon being pretty brutal about his language as he is to people, really taking aim at Elon Musk here. And yet another headline based on what Bannon says, I'm going to have to run him out of here by Inauguration Day. Steve Bannon escalates his war on Elon Musk. Steve Bannon vows to take down truly evil Elon Musk, and we're grabbing the popcorn. Yes, indeed, if we're outside looking in, it's popcorn time in terms of these people fighting amongst themselves. It says in an escalation of discontent among the highest profile far-right followers of Donald Trump, his former advisor Steve Bannon has called Trump's newest favorite Elon Musk racist and a truly evil guy, pledging to take this guy down and kick him out of the MAGA movement. So really fighting words there from Bannon. And this from the New York Times, Stephen K. Bannon has launched a stinging attack on Elon Musk, calling him a truly evil person in comments that deepen hostilities between the two men who have been influential advisors to President-elect Donald J. Trump. I will get Elon Musk kicked out by the time he's inaugurated, Mr. Bannon said of Mr. Trump's inauguration on January the 20th, not far away from when I'm recording this. He said this in an interview with an Italian newspaper. He won't have a blue pass with full access to the White House. He'll be like everyone else. So trying to restrict Elon's access to Donald Trump, that seems to be his goal here with the fight. He really wants to have more power, more impact than Elon here. Elon's paid that $250 million or more dollars to help Trump get elected, and he does have the ear of the president. And it seems like Steve Bannon wants to get rid of him or knock him down a peg or two. Now, in the interview published last week, Mr. Bannon said of Mr. Musk, he is a truly evil person. Stopping him has become a personal issue for me. Some right-wing personalities who initially welcomed Mr. Musk's entry into Republican politics now say they feel deceived, raising questions about the durability of their alliance. Now, I've speculated on this before. We know that Musk and Trump, both of them have big egos, fragile egos, thin skin. So how long is it going to be before they have a breakup, before they have their first fight and breakup? People don't tend to last long with Trump, the people he's worked with. If you've seen that movie, The Apprentice, you'll know what I'm talking about. Trump has seemed to in the past throw people under the bus when he's had enough of them and take up new people. And that seemed to be the case in his first administration, where Steve Bannon was for a while. He was one of the top strategists there, and it didn't last long there, but maybe he's trying to work his way back in again. Now, if you're getting value out of this episode so far, I'd really appreciate it if you remember to hit that like button to help the algorithm, to spread it to more people. It really does help. Thanks. Now, you might have seen this in the past couple of weeks. One focus of their dispute has been the use of H-1B visas to bring skilled foreign workers to the US companies, a practice decried by some conservatives who oppose immigration altogether. Mr. Musk supports the visas, like many tech leaders who say they help to bring critical workers to their companies. Mr. Bannon said in an interview that the visas prevented Americans from getting jobs. So there's this rift opening up. The tech bros, so-called tech bros from Silicon Valley, do want to bring skilled workers in from other countries to work in their companies. And some other MAGA people want no immigration at all. Now, Steve Bannon said that Elon Musk, whom he described as having the maturity of a child, had lost the policy debate over the visas. He also questioned whether the tech billionaire should limit his involvement in US politics because he was born and grew up in South Africa during apartheid. He should go back to South Africa, Steve Bannon said. Now, it is arguable whether Elon lost the debate over the visas there. He definitely got fired up on X about that, and it's really indicated that it was a hill that he was willing to die on to bring people in for his company's skilled workers that were needed. All right, honestly, this makes my skin crawl, but I'm going to play a short clip of Steve Bannon talking about Elon Musk here.
He's got a glass jaw. He can't take because of the, I don't know, the autism or where he's on the spectrum. He's clearly not. He's got the maturity of an 11-year-old. You can tell that.
Well, I think is immature, but to put it down to that, it's ridiculous. That's just a stupid thing to say.
But he, it's obvious. He can't take criticism. One of his weaknesses is that he needs to be loved. He needs the masses to love him. You can tell he's on the stage. He needs that glory.
Yeah, that's true. The thing is he talking about Trump or Musk here? It could be either of those, couldn't it? Exactly what he's saying there.
To have a digital ghetto and to only have raised up what praises him. That is like the little boy's mentality. If I want to be the superhero, I want to put the cape on and kind of skip around. You see this a lot in Danbury. These what they call chomos, what they call these sex offenders. They've got this. They've had a maturity level that has stopped, and they want to. They want to be. They all watch the movies that have the Cape Crusaders on there. It's an absolute indication of immaturity.
I do agree that Elon Musk is pretty immature and he does need to be loved. The previous video was about him being fraudulent with his video gameplay, completely unnecessary, having people boosting and playing for him and claiming credit for that because he just wants to be loved by the gaming community or wants to be seen as one of the best, even when he's so obviously not. I'll put a link to that video in the description. He was definitely busted for that, so that's one of the examples. But as I said, with Steve Bannon here, kind of makes my skin crawl just even listening to him. All right, Bannon also says Peter Thiel, David Sachs, Elon Musk are all white South Africans. He should go back to South Africa. Why do we have South Africans, the most racist people on earth, white South Africans? We have them making any comments at all on what goes on in the United States. And he is pointing out here that these three have spent some time in South Africa at some stages in their lives. Most of them pretty early on, I think. Peter Thiel very early on. David Sachs, I'm not sure. He is the AI and crypto czar for Trump. So all of these guys involved in the new Trump administration in some way. Peter Thiel, not really, but he did back J.D. Vance to get him elected in the last administration. Remember, he was kind of doing the same thing that Elon Musk is. He did help fund Trump. He gave a speech, so Elon Musk taking his role there. So all these three originating from South Africa or did spend some time there when they were younger. Now, Bannon also says the problem is that techno-feudalists are using them to their advantage, and people are furious. 76% of engineers in Silicon Valley are not Americans. I don't know if that stat's true. He probably just made it up. I mean, he does things like that, right? This is a central part of taking back our economy. These are the best jobs, and blacks and Hispanics don't have access to them. I don't like even reading that out, what Steve Bannon says, but The point is there that he's feuding with Elon Musk and these other tech bros. He's taken it upon himself to be adversarial to the so-called tech bros, as other MAGA people have. And so there's this fight going on, who will win. I don't like what either of them are saying. There's one side that just doesn't want any immigration at all, and then there's the tech bros who want some kind of skilled immigration, but they still have some common ground there on, anti-immigration policies. So it's going to be interesting to see their fight. Just get out the popcorn and see the fight, even though it kind of does make my skin crawl and I feel kind of dirty after even talking about this. But what do you think about this? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what you think about these characters having a fight. Is this going to end in Elon Musk winning or Steve Bannon, or is this just going to be chaos? Trump hasn't taken office yet, and there seems to be a lot of infighting going on. So let me know in the comments what you think about this. Now on screen, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to put a link to a video that YouTube thinks that you should watch next, and also a subscribe link. If you're not subscribed yet, do subscribe if you want to get more of this content from me in the very near future. And thanks for watching this, and I'll see you in the next one.